What is up, everybody? My name is Richard Terrell. I go by Kirby Kid, and you are watching DL Live, a daily stream show. We talk about game design. We're in the middle of a series talking about combat, and to talk about combat better, we have to talk about skill. I created the DCART system. It stands for Dexterity, Knowledge, Adaptation, Reflex, and Timing. And each one of these last few videos has been going over them individually and independently, and also showcasing a game that I made on my blog with my brother, demonstrating those specific skills. You can download these games. They're PC only. You can play them. They're kind of janky sometimes, but we made these a long time ago, 2010, right? 8 years ago. Still learning Game Maker at this point, but we pulled these things off nonetheless. And I'm going to be playing these games on stream and talking about these various skills. So this is the last one. We have a game for Reflex right here. I put these 6 different subcategories in here. Basic Reflex, how your reflexes change when you have to respond to more stimuli or do more specific responses, and then the rest focus on visual reflex. But you know, because vision and sight makes up like 80+% of our normal human perception, and video games are like 90% all based on visuals. You can just play most of them without sound entirely, and force feedback is only for extra fun and not really for crucial feedback for the most part. So a lot of what we're talking about with video games and other things in life involve eyes. So we have things like peripheral vision, dynamic visual acuity, which is tracking moving objects, momentary vision, which is seeing something that flashes or very briefly and understanding what it is, and then eye movement. We're going to cover those while playing the game. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to add a source, game capture, reflex, and like always, I'm going to welcome back. Another classical piece for you to enjoy. That's pretty good. Hopefully it's not too loud, but that's alright. This is an actual song or something that I found on the internet. So whatever. So we got our score page. Whoa. Okay. Let's back up a little bit. Well, for no stupid reason, these folders all share the same save file. So it took the scores that I had from my previous playing session and shoved some of those numbers into it. So I'm going to type in Kirby Kid and try to get my configuration settings changed. Okay, so let's try again. Let's reload this. That was a crazy song there. Hope you enjoyed that. And we are going to reopen Reflex. Run, because I made this game. So this is one where I took the programming. So Marcus and I were taking turns back and forth programming things. I did dexterity and reflex. He did knowledge and timing. We'll start a fresh file. Welcome back. Please don't. Please don't. Oh my gosh, I didn't fix the problem at all. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Go to the main menu page. And that needs to stop. Simple reflex test. So when you see a yellow circle, hit any key, but I'm still reading the instructions, so I'm going to reset. And as you can see, this is just one. Oop, and if you talk, you mess up, as you can see. Maybe adjust the camera. Not fast enough. Okay. So that's my final score, about average of 17 frames for my reflex. Let's just move on, because that one's pretty self-explanatory. This is a recognition reflex test. So you clickety-click, and this was going to try to build our stimulus response curve, so you can see how these next two are gonna build into that one subcategory. Full circle, you hit it only on full circle. This game doesn't take too kindly to messing up because this is very to the wire. You can say the magic word. Three frames slower with a simple evaluation difference. We go to this next one. This is choice reflex test. Hit the corresponding arrow key indicated by the circle. Yeah, 3 downs. And we go to the next one, Fast Match. So these games were inspired by a Nintendo DS game called Flash Focus. That's where, and apparently in Japan they do these circle with a tiny line on it vision tests all the time. We have the classic like seeing the letters and numbers and getting smaller. They do stuff like this, but the little circles get smaller. So obviously a Japanese made game, borrowed from their style of doing things, and that's why we see a lot of circles, and that's why I emulated it. Do the symbols match, yes or no? That's all you need to figure out. You suck. Oh, I didn't even make it. Wow. What the heck? I'm not happy. Okay, so apparently it's a 15 sequence long thingy. So this next one is called Count, C Count, and it's going to track eye movement and peripheral vision. Alright, so use how many, type the number, how many, okay. Okay. Oh. What? Why doesn't it like any of my answers? Oh, I have to type in the numbers that are facing to the right. I didn't even understand my own game. Let's try it again. Now C is to the left, okay. Oh, 1. No, don't do this to me. I'm tired. Okay, I got 1. 0. I remember never being able to make it to where these didn't overlap like crazy. They overlap like crazy right now, but I couldn't figure out how to fix it. You suck. It's over. What great feedback. Just sitting there staring in silence. This game's amazing. Symbol order. Okay, so this is going to test some more eye movement. See the order, repeat the sequence using the arrow keys. That was right, left, down. Down, left, up. Left, down, left. Those are the same sound effects from Knowledge too. Right, down, right. Oh no! That was close. That was left, right, down. Why? Why did I hit down first? Down, down, right? No! I want to say up, down, up, up. Or up, down, up. You know. And then you awkwardly pause. Yes, yes, I agree. So that was a symbol order. Now we're gonna do middle match. It's gonna test peripheral vision and momentary vision. So you spot the circle that matches the middle and you click to select it. No feedback on the highlight or anything. It's excellent. I don't even know how I programmed this. Probably with a lot of sprites and objects like I always did back then. This one's a pretty legitimate test and game because I ripped off like a legitimate test that was based on a legitimate test. A legitimate game that's based on a legitimate test. Hey, perfect score. Yay, awkward pause. So that was middle match. This is letter count. Count the D's. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count the F's. F, 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 F. I'm really bad at this. Count the B's. My dynamic visual acuity is really bad. 2. Count the F's. Count the H's. Zero. Count the number of I's. 0. That was easy because I's a stick. H. 1. H. 1. E. 2. B. Oh, see the 2 or 3. How many did I see? Let's go with 3. No! C. That was the last one. I should have went with 2. Regrets that I'll carry for the rest of my life, and hopefully you will carry a few regrets as well to die without regrets. And this doesn't accept numpad. Great. This is when like somebody flashes their phone number, you gotta memorize the entire thing. Two one one 5 8. What? 0 6 5 2 9 0. Grr. 8 6 8 7 5 5 6 5. Oops, I hit 7 twice because I 1 2 3 4 6 7 0 easy. Lucky. Oh no. Is there some kind of glitch where it didn't accept my... Oh no. I don't know. I don't know. 9150834. We're gonna assume all these are correct. 01627. I don't know why it's not accepting the final. Trash. You're trash. You're trash. I'm glad you're done. Okay. So that's reflex. Testing different parts about how your eyes work, and when you look at your scores that aren't jacked up like mine, look at how good I am. No, but essentially I got a good score on one of them. My reflexes is alright. This data is all corrupted. And it's my fault. But that's how the game works. So let's look at what my scores were like. Stop it. Okay. Let's look at what my scores were like back in the day. Remove. Critical game. So. You. 14, 21, 21. Mine was like 17, 21, 23 or something like that. Fast match, 9 count, symbol order, middle match. See, I did well in middle match both times, just 15 out of 15. And the number flash, 7 out of the 10. The letter count, 8. Yeah. Cool. So that's basically how reflex works. Something that you can experience pretty easily playing video games. I think some interesting things to talk about as I set up the Switch here to be broadcasts like this. As I set up the Switch here, is essentially reflex is pretty simple, and it involves understanding information that comes in at your eyeballs or at you, right? Timing is sort of the skill of the present time, like of right now, and of time moving. You have to be present and sort of conscious. Knowledge is the skill of, understanding and reflection and complexity. Dexterity is the skill of motion and execution. And reflex is the skill of how things hit you, like in time compressed, not like timing where it's overtime, but it's just like in an instant. How does it hit you, and what do you do with that? So we're going to take Black Magic Capture. Here we go. So I tell people all the time, like a lot of people are like, oh, games are about twitch and it's about reflexing. You gotta have good reflexes and stuff. You're like, well, I think one interesting thing when you look at the data, if we had a whole bunch of data for the reflex game, is a lot of people's reflexes are pretty close to each other. I mean, if you're paying attention to the yellow dot and you hit the button, you're going to reasonably have decent reflex. So one thing I want to point out to a lot of people is timing skills may vary widely. Dexterity skills may be pretty close, especially when manipulating the keyboard and people who like to type. knowledge skills has all kinds of ups and downs for the way people develop techniques and apply their mind and use analysis, but reflex pretty similar, right? So even though the young kids are supposed to have better reflexes, there's really something more going on there, and it's something that's going on in how they think and how they process information and what do they do with it afterwards. And the stimulus response curve is supposed to be like when you're looking for more things and you're trying to respond to those things specifically, how much does that slow you down? And sometimes I feel like people with very simple strategies who look for one thing can oftentimes execute better than people trying to take in a whole bunch of complexity and have a very specific plan for all these things. Like, there's a cost to doing that, and there's a lot more to even doing what a lot of people think are twitch-based or action-based actions. Most of it's knowledge. I'm trying to tell people, like, people who think there's some crazy dichotomy between execution and knowledge, and like, I want my brain, I'm so smart, like, it's all about what I think. It's almost everything you do is going to be about what you think, what information you put in your head and how you process it. Knowledge is like the single most important skill out of all the Descartes spectrum. Like, you need it for just about everything. It supports just about everything, and it enhances everything, or it could be the downfall. So in situations like Splatoon here, can I show you Splatoon first? So, it's a first-person shooter. It's fast action. There's a lot of stuff happening. And a lot of people, when they get into a firefight, I'll show you. Please, Splatoon, don't off-the-hook me. You off-the-hook me. I just watched you like 3 times without playing it the way I did play some games in between. Alright, off the hook. So, a lot of encounters in this game seem pretty hectic, a lot of fast action, a lot of things happening, paint and ink flying or whatever, and it's hard to track people, it's hard to know where they are, you just kind of get overwhelmed. Well, one thing I want to try to drive home to people by making games like the Descartes game and making Enlighten, which is a game I'm currently working on, one thing I want to drive home is your emotional state and how you feel about things oftentimes is more under your control than you might think. Likewise, what you feel about certain situations is probably accurate, right? So let's take give me some jetpack here. Give me some special power up, because we're gonna be jetpacking. I was trying to use my peripheral vision to quickly scan through the options. Yeah, I could have done better. Okay, so now we're going to go into the test room. And I'll show you what's up. Test. So in this game, you can paint the ground, you can move quite a lot. Like this little squid's up and down, up and down. He can jump out of the ink, he can be shooting you, he can be twisting. And a lot of times when people get in encounters, they're like, and they kind of completely lose track of where their reticle is, and they think they're hitting things, but they're actually shooting to the side, and like, what's happening? And of course, this gun has a little random spread, you can see it right there. But if you aim at it close enough and pop out the ink without jumping, you get a pretty good accuracy. So people are oftentimes in the match like, I can't hit something, it's twisted behind me, this game's so hard. Well, that's hard because you're doing it wrong, but it's legitimately hard. Like, if everybody played like that, the way you were just thinking about it and doing it, they'd have about the same amount of success you did. But good players and using good technique involves using your understanding of the system and understanding of yourself to do things that are smarter and better and easier and make things easier for you. So in general, like, sometimes it involves lining yourself up before you pop out so that your shots work. You can practice doing that here. Even on moving targets, you track it before you start shooting, and it gives you a much better chance of hitting things, even though your bullets have travel time, right? And you kind of get used to that. So there's all kinds of little techniques and best practices that are about understanding things and just being observant about what's happening, and not just like settling for, oh, I have bad reflexes, or I'm an old man now so I can't play these. Like, all that's junk. Like, you don't need to think anything like that. So case in point, this special here, it's called an inkjet. You can see it's got pretty good range and one-shots enemies. These are representative. They one-shot people, right? You have a limited amount of time to... Let me see how quickly I can get my... You have a limited amount of time to fly around, and you have a limited amount of shots you can possibly shoot in that state, right? Okay, so I got another one. So a lot of people will inkjet, you know, like, panic, and they're flying around, they're trying to hit these targets, and they're trying to move like this, and they're moving their jet at the same time, and their aim just, like, doesn't work. Like, I just missed a whole bunch. That's the wrong way to do it. You start doing just basic best practices, and you're like, well, how do you make sure your shots hit in this inkjet more reliably? Well, getting used to the distance helps, so you don't shoot at things that are too far away. But here's some basic tips that I learned from watching people on YouTube and listening to their advice. Your first shot out of your inkjet is probably should kill, so you might as well line up your target ahead of time, and you can be hidden in the ink, or watch people that aren't paying attention to you, and then right when you sprout, shoot. There's one down. And then you can limit your movement. You can limit your movement so that your aim isn't just doing this all the time, and you can move one or the other. One thing I noticed from Halo players, the game has a little bit of aim assist, but essentially they still have to aim, so they put their reticule close, they adjust with their body, and then they move the reticule, and then they adjust with their body. So, like, shooting this guy is much easier when I walk with him, right? So if I'm just trying to rotate, this slow guy is easy to hit, this medium guy's a little harder to hit, and this fast guy is even harder to hit, right? But if I walk with them, the medium guy turns into a stationary guy, the fast guy turns into a slightly moving guy, and the slow guy turns into a slightly moving guy that's lagging behind. So knowing that, whenever you shoot at people moving, shouldn't you already anticipate them doing this and be walking with them? So you notice playing in Splatoon, a lot of people get the advantage just by doing this. Shoot, slightly walk to the side. You know why? Because they're anticipating their opponents moving just like these stupid rubber duckies, rubber squids. And that's just like a tiny optimization, but it makes sense. Like, you can see it happening right here in front of your eyes. So why don't you do this when you're in the actual matches and in actual shootouts and encounters? So along with stuff like that and basic thinking, you're like, okay, well, this jetpack, if I'm too low below the target, but I want to hit it still, there's two ways you can adjust. You can adjust your aim with your motion controls, or you can adjust your body. You always got two. So if I do this, I'm not quite in range, a little puff from my jetpack will put him in range. So you got to know exactly where that is, and you might want to practice doing this. That'll help you move your reticule less and focus your mind on exactly what you want to do and get that timing to work. So what we saw with the D-card games is timing can get pretty complicated. And if you're flying around in an inkjet, shooting shots and moving your body and your target's moving, that's a lot of things to keep track of. But if you simplify it to where one and two of those factors are simplified or nullified or inconsequential or pre-calculated, or however you want to explain it, you got a much better situation going for you. So it's crazy to think that the world, as complex as it is, that people who complain about Twitch and execution and stuff are actually trying to make the world more simple than it is, and that's why they have such frustrations with their outcomes. Playing well in a game like this, even with a real-time dexterous skill like aiming, involves lots of things. Timing, reflexes, knowledge, dexterity, all of it. And like, we haven't gone over it yet in the D-card system, but adaptation is the connector tissue that connects all of them, and you can compensate some of your deficient skills with other skills. So like here, if I'm not so good at aiming, I'm going to aim ahead of time and then pop out and just use basic timing, right? If I'm not good at tracking enemy targets, instead of trying to use reflex and track them, I'm just going to assume they move and already have my reticule moving with them ahead of time. I'm going to trace the movement in my mind instead of trying to rely on my eyes, and so on and so forth. So this is just kind of like a quick way of showing all of that in action. We're going to go over some of my Splatoon highlights. This is from playing yesterday with Adrian. So, okay, I'm dead. I get back. I'm like, all right, I got my inkjet. So I ink over here. There's some activity behind me. cover the edge because the person just might be coming over the edge. Might as well shoot early, right? Oop, wrong button. Might as well shoot early. Where's my pause button? Why? So you shoot there. Why not? And then if you see no incoming, you know he's not there. So you slowly rotate your aim around the corner. And then he died. You're like, good. Okay, back to work. I'm going to take a scenic route. A lot of what you do that makes the difference in Splatoon is where you put yourself, where you look, and that's another one. I mean, you essentially set yourself up for success by not pressing your luck, knowing what is too dangerous for you, and trying to get easy kills all the time instead of struggling. So right here, I throw a bomb over the edge in case somebody's there. I see that I got my inkjet. I'm like, cool, I'm going to use it right away. I already have my target directly ahead of me. This sniper rifle dude, which I'll draw on the screen to help you see. Whiteboard. This sniper rifle dude right here is aiming this direction off the screen, so he's not looking at me. I'm totally going to take him by surprise because nobody knows I'm over here. So instantly when I ink up aiming for the sniper rifle, see how my reticle's already on him? I see another jerk, and look what happens. Aim up, shoot. Like, reflexes there when I have the pre-knowledge and the setup. Now the sniper's gone. I'm like, where did he go? Well, I'm just going to shoot down with my next shot because, you know, time's ticking. And I shot down. Guess where I shot? In the area that has the most yellow. Right there on the left side. The right side has purple. There's purple all over here. That's my color. Left side has yellow. So I'm like, might as well shoot there while I'm looking for more targets. Kill a person. Person was hiding for whatever reason. Still know the sniper rifle's there because you can check at the top of the screen. Sniper rifle is still alive. And I'm like, okay, I know you're still alive. And I see him greedy. You got greedy. You should have killed me. I jet up over his shot and then shoot down as he tries to retreat. And that's a 3 kill. Gives us a necessary lead. Pushes us back over to the whatevers. We actually take the lead in this, or do we? What was that bring? Oh yeah, that was me losing at the beginning. Cool. Let's look at another example. Me dead again. Looked at the map. Everything's pink, which is my color right now. That's great. So I know I can confidently jump into one of my allies and pressure our opponents outside the base. So even though the green is developing, it's not going to be developing fast enough to stop me. Check the map right before I land and immediately go into action because I know that where they're going to be. Retreat to my side of the pink because it was pink beforehand. It's going to be hard for them to get a green. And double team with Adrian, my friend Adrian here on the side because I knew where he was based on our team formation. Totally get that guy. Then I cut ahead. See 2 people. I'm like, you know what? Fighting 2 people is hard, especially when they're not looking at you. Their erratic movement is so hard to stop. So what I figured was, let's just get behind them. Go straight down. That guy's like, oh, shoot. And now that his back's turned, he dually rolled to get away from me, and I got Adrian back there. Adrian's always got my back when he has it, though. Not sometimes he doesn't. And then next guy saw me because we already spotted 2 people there, so I just throw a bomb behind them, and we just do a simple left-right pinch, and it's over. Like, that wasn't even hard. Anybody could do that. I barely even aimed. I don't even think I hit them very much. But it's like knowing how to use your knowledge ahead of time, knowing how to work with your teammates, knowing what situation is just too much and just playing it sort of simple or safe, and then pressing your advantage without overextending. Like, it's basic stuff. But it works so well. Let's go over another one. Same map, but this time there's green all up in our base. So, like, no more jumping. Got to slowly work our way out. 2 lasers of my friends here. 2 Japanese twin lasers. That's pretty funny. Laser here shooting this way. Laser here shooting crisscross. So the entire enemy team's alive, but none of them have specials. And our team has an extra special that we might use. It's Adrian, who has another Stingray. That's ridiculous. We have 3 rays. All right. Let's see what happens. Come on, Adrian. Get your ray up. Join him. So they're obviously softening up the enemies, and one dies right there. So I know there's a guy over here, and I throw a bomb past him, and I struggle to hit him. Okay, but look at how my aiming works. Trap behind him, shoot ahead of you, shoot ahead of him, just in case he zipped away, but he's actually in my face. And right, and then walk to the right while shooting left. Remember that technique? Walk to the right calmly while shooting left. Walk to the right while shooting left. It actually simplified where my shots were going significantly to where I could kill him. I probably should have killed him a lot faster, but hey, I survived. Remember what we said about lining up your shots with a jetpack? Timing skills. Got the guy on the zip line. So there's one kill. The other guy got killed before. So the reason why I know this guy is over here in the background, is because the Blob Lobber is a weapon that sends blobs bouncing in your direction like this. I saw the blobs. Like, you revealed your position, Blob Lobber. So instantly, I just go down to the ink again, and I lined it up vertically and shot him straight in the face. This is funny. I see the ink line activate. You know someone's either going to come there or trying to fake you out. I'm just going to guess on come towards me. So I shoot, try to get him early. That was a wild shot. And it was wild because I'm flying up over some level geometry, and it actually dips me lower than I expected. So I just compensated and shoot where the only place he could be if he's moving at max speed, constant speed, and I just shot there. Not fence. It's not crazy. It's just like, oh, I get you. But setting yourself up for those situations is very important. Doing the littlest things, they add up. Yeah. That was close. So this is our opening gambit. This is what we do at the very beginning of the match. Adrian and I go right, and we're working together. I throw an obvious bomb so they don't see me. Adrian stays behind. So I draw their attention. Bomb killed him because that person stayed back too far, trying to abuse their range. See another guy trying to get me. Didn't get enough directs, but look. My shots are going in here. Adrian's shots are going in here. Didn't even see Adrian. I was totally dead if I didn't have my friend there backing me up. So then, now we took two people out on their team all by ourselves. So I tried to get this bomb to bank on the left. It banks in the front. I'm like, oh, I was going to pressure him. So Adrian throws his bomb. I know it's going to be my color there in a brief second. And because my friend Adrian shot it, this guy's shooting way past me. He's not even looking at me. So I'm like, good. I'm going to take advantage. I knew there was one other player because we scouted them before and we killed two ourselves. So I already am ready to back up. Like, already ready. I'm already backed up. We ambush. You get ambushed. You dead. Now, Adrian probably could have totally survived this. Maybe. Maybe not. So now, since we killed them before, it's about time for them to be coming back from their base if they're coming straight down the line. So I just start shooting there indiscriminately. Kill one. And this guy has a long-range weapon, so I dip low and dodge the last one and shoot him in the face. Same stage. This guy's not even paying attention. Because Adrian's was a distraction. This guy's not paying attention. That guy was kind of trying to get away from the laser, but you got to use your teammates to help you narrow down the possibility. Kill that guy. That's 4 kills. Guy's retreating. 5. Up the wall. 6, 7. 7 kills. Now, those players weren't very strong, but you can see the same sort of formations happening. Why fight people in 1v1s when you can double team them and they're not paying attention? Easy kill. That guy's just walking around and shooting. That guy got trapped because of the teamwork from a long range that they didn't anticipate, because specials are hard to anticipate. This guy got my friend, Adrian, so I'm like, I'm going to kill you. Kill him. And then the same strategy. They're about time they're getting out of their base, so they all got pushed back. Crazy. And then you know they're going to come here, right? Because where else are they going to go? 7 kills. So this is me playing, I think this is me playing just in X-Rank. Again, another double team there. So this is me calming down and using my slight movement to try to get a different kind of advantage. That guy was not paying attention. That guy is picking the wrong target. That guy picked the wrong target. And then you win. Booyah. So let's look at it again. 3 people on their team are now dead. That was the third. Paint the base, paint the zone a little bit. Now time to raid them. So because they were dead before, you know they're going to come out and go straight to one of these points. So I throw a bomb there. I almost got that guy. That guy's totally distracted by me. Look, I had a friend. It's much better to have a friend. Moving position is so much easier when you have the area in your ink. Throw a bomb on the bridge or the ramp so nobody can go there for a few seconds. So they're afraid of it now. They're probably going to go hard left. Yeah, I figured. And then you got to sometimes let your friends distract it. Pretty simple. People like to go to these advantageous spots all the time, so you know they're probably going to be there. In your face. That was a cool moment. I had never done that before. I've never been in a situation where I'm like stuck. I didn't kill him on the outside of the rail. I'm like, I'm like, how do I get out of this? Oh yeah, ink. Going into squid form. That was a fun clip. So instantly threw a bomb at one of their lookouts. Go to the tower. Throw a bomb on their next hangout. Got killed. Back to the tower. He's gonna go left or right. He went left. Shot him in the face. This is not about reflexes. You can see the guy not paying attention. Like, I'm down in the ink, so maybe that person doesn't see me. Instantly shoot exactly where the only place he could be. Right there. Like, look, he even shot his ink there to let me know I'm going to be right here. I'm like, okay. Okay. Now you think like, oh, that's like not a very strong player, but that could happen to anybody, right? Just with a little bit of vision on the map and a little, if they don't see you and you see them, then you can get those kind of advantages. Staying in the ink, you know they're going to come straight to the tower. The tower's already ready to leave. I'm not staying on it. You dead. Somebody's dead. Somebody's going on this lookout, so I bother it, and then you got to be ready to get out. You're like, if you're shooting something and you don't hear any hits, get out. Somebody's going to kill you. On Bleach's screen, it showed me falling to my death and then warping back up. That's funny. So, like, no hit markers. I'm just like, you know what? I'm out. Barely got out in time. You just got to do that all the time. You can't just be holding your gun out of place, because that means you're going to get shot in the back. So I wait here. I got my friends. Cool. And I just trust the pressure my friends were giving. Paint up the wall. I heard a hit marker, so I killed that person. Go back down, kill this person. Go up the left side so they won't see me coming up. The guy didn't see me. And this is a perfect example of anticipation. So when splashdowns happen, it's an explosion, but it's only going to go right about here. I threw a bomb in there, which was useless because he destroyed it with his explosion. But right afterwards, I'm like, you can either go left into a wall and have nowhere to go, or right, where there's more of your ink. You're probably going to go right. So right after explosion, jump. See how I moved to the right too? That's a technique we talked about earlier. Moving to the right to simplify movement. And look, he just like lined himself up on my shots. I'm like, ah! He even had armor. I even hit 2 of the shots on his armor. Ping, ping, ping. You dead. That's just kind of how it works. So if you're playing in a way where you're not thinking about like your positioning and how to simplify it and how to get the advantage because of your range or some other thing, then you're not playing the game correctly. You're going to be frustrated because it is frustrating. It is hard when you're doing it wrong. The fact that pro players and top level players make it look easy because they're actually doing easier things. Okay, so this is funny. So I barely survived here. Barely. That was some bad playing on my part, but I didn't care. So like, here's where the magic happens. Okay. Blobbing reveals himself again. That person should have paid attention. Shoot that person dead. Go to the tower, nobody? Well, if there's no one in the tower, then they must be coming from their base. All I do is line up the only shot I can make and shoot. Dies. Person dies. I didn't see that person. You don't have to see them. There's only a few things you can do from this position that are worth anything. And that was like the lowest point coming out of the base. Like this place, too high. This ramp over here, too high. This one has a little blocker, and I didn't see anyone there anyway. The only other place I could have possibly put any help is right here. So I just shot there, and it works. Like, it's not even about seeing people coming. It's not about he couldn't have possibly known. I don't know. I don't care. I put myself in the best position to make the most out of the small advantages I got earlier by playing smarter. That's it. Another clip opens up with me dying. Okay. Ink out. Throw a bomb that ticks right over the edge. Didn't kill anyone. Throw another bomb. Person probably sees me on the right. Yep. Already anticipated them moving out of the way. Almost get drowned by a jetpack. Put a bomb there. Guy jumps off. Almost dies. I cut back around because I can hear them coming. Kill you. And I die. So this wasn't the best position for me to be in, but essentially when I'm in there, I try to make the best decision possible. Guy at my back, go forward. Now they know that I went forward, put a trap, go back. Now they know I'm back, go forward. And shoot in the only place I can shoot. He just walks into it. I didn't predict that. I'm just like, well, it covers my back. I got a tower to the right, it's blocking. I could hear the jetpack, so I'm not really in danger from that person. That's how you play. And if I wasn't squid bagging and holding the record button, maybe I would have gotten another kill. Who knows? I love multi jetpack. It's just so funny. Look at this. We lost the Rainmaker. This is the one we got to win and had to fight for the rest of the match. Or did we fight for this match? No, we get this. That was funny. Okay, basic lessons here. You know, if you get the push early, by the time you get the Rainmaker near their base, you got all your specials. We have Rain and 2 jetpacks. Very hard to stop this. I should have aimed better, whatever. I get back, and it's always a question of can we pop it? They have snipers, we're doing well, and all of a sudden we're not doing well. I tried to throw bombs beyond them. Nope, not gonna win this. I'm out. And now when I'm out, what do? I wait to see what kind of offense they got, throw a bomb up there. I saw a guy coming. See this? Right here. Dude going this way. This dude thinks I'm going to be coming up from this angle, from straight, so I pretty much know I'm going to be encountering one person if I go left, and it's a roller. So, I go down. I shoot in the corner just in case he was just trying to fly down the ladder, and he was trying to anticipate me, but I just opt for movement. I'm like, I'm in your face. Survive. Pop it with the surprise pop. So surprised that I didn't blow up. I must have bomb defense. Cause this, look at this. Bombs everywhere. Bomb in front of me, bomb behind me, bomb around me, but not on me. And dodge 2 bamboozler shots and slam it. Oh, there's some tasty grizz. No! I almost made it. So it's cool. You can practice jetpack stuff in Grizzco and Salmon Run. Same techniques. It's so interesting about Salmon Run is your enemies are completely, or most of the part, for the most part, predictable. So you should be like honing your aim, sharpening your movement, and playing smarter and and calculating more and more factors, even in this mode, even though it's not competitive. It's not the league. That was so crazy. Jeez. Jetpack, couldn't kill anything, bad aim. Now there's 3 snakes, so I know there's snakes. So I do a outward to inward path, threw a bomb off the snake wall to kill some small guys. Keep swimming, just keep swimming. I know I'm going to get blocked, so I tried to shoot enough shots over there. It didn't work. I bounced off one hit off the snake because you can take one, get back around, move around, and survive. We had 2 down at the end. It was pretty close. Charge! Save the Nautilus charge! Yay! Right here I'm using overcharge. I didn't use much of it. This is overcharge. Nobody thinks that's significant, so whatever, I'll just use it. Being able to repeatedly add charge to a Nautilus to keep the continuous fire, pretty much continuous fire, going over and over and over until you run out of ink. Fine. Yeah, making sure you hit your things like that, like very precisely. Did that guy get blasted out of midair as he flew up? Wow. Man, that was a good jetpack. Let's see how many people I take out. Jetpack. So there's the guy I couldn't get before, so I take out that guy, take out 2, take out 3, 4, 5. I think about 5 boss enemies, all with 1 jetpack. Fly fish for everyone. I'm dead. Why did I save this? Oh, the bank shot. Yeah. Aiming is so glorious. Look at that. Look at that. Have you ever seen anything like that? Freaking bank off this random piece of metal. And I knew these things had geometry, so I aimed for it. Like, you don't think... I've done so many crazy trick shots, like over the back and stuff, but this one... Boom, baby. So cool. That was a booyah. I already talked about this one on stream, I think. That's cool. So, that is Splatoon. If you ever dig deeply into sort of the way that communities talk about techniques and the way that top-level players share information, the way that they think about the game, the way they talk about it, like what they get angry about, what they don't, what they're not surprised about, how they're calm in the face of utter, like, destruction, and things like that. Like, oh, they must be thinking about different things and looking at different things, and apparently how you think and what information you put in affects a lot more than just sort of your skills. It affects your mood, your performance, your overall sort of stamina and sustainability. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. So the skill spectrum is quite complex. It's quite it's a spectrum, so it's kind of fluid and the edges blur into each other, and there's a lot to understand. So the purpose of this cast was basically to be like the 4 knowledge, dexterity, timing, and reflex, and we'll talk about adaptation, you know, as we go along. But now you've got a lot of tools and language to pretty much break things down. And because you have the way to break it down, I can explain Splatoon skills in a way that's not like, well, you either have it or you don't. You're either a born FPS player or you're not. Like, who cares about all that? I can tell you how to get better now. I can tell you what to think. I can help you, you know, organize and shift information around from one folder to another in your brain, which actually helps you to do XYZ, which helps your reflexes, which helps your timing. And I can teach, I can train, and people can train me because I understand how the skills work, instead of just like, well, I have an innate ability to be awesome at Splatoon or I don't. Like, who cares? Like, there's little things you can do all the time, and never underestimate the smallest pieces. Options, baby. Oh, right stick weapon select. Never thought about that.
Did you see what Bleach renamed himself.
Yeah, I saw what Bleach renamed himself. Press R to activate speed gear. You'll move so fast that everything else seems slow. One of these days, somebody's gonna make a speed power that isn't basically slowed down. Should I talk about that now or later? Because I got a really cool idea on how to do it.
Now.
Cool. So essentially, what you can't do is have the player play faster than what they can play, right? Because you're like, well, that's essentially, you want the effects of being able to process things more clearly or more quickly and then make better, more precise decisions. So what you can do with the speed power is play around with a lot of other parameters. Like if you play with better aim precision when it's slow, then you could give like a heavier aim assist or some kind of lock on when it's speed mode. If you play with more precise platforming when it's slow, then again you can have a better ghost jump or whatever and actually speed the game up. Something like that. Or you can have something like Dravatars or some kind of AI that knows how you play or can reasonably approximate how you play and like literally speed the game up. And just have it be what you probably would have done in that situation anyway. That's another cool way to do a speed power. Okay. Press R to activate shift speed. You move so fast, everything else is slow. What? What the heck? Oh, this is R. Oh, I got locked out. Be careful. If your gear gauge fills up, you will overheat. Neither gear will be usable until cooldown. Hurry up, cooldown! Power gear! Oh. And not to de-lock it. So L and R, one for each. I slow down, come back over here, power it, and take it off. Whoa, look at that cool slide turnaround animation. Cool. Feels pretty crispy so far. Rush coils on a button? Crazy.
Wow.
This is what happens when you have more buttons in your game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at this. Power gear. Oh cool, the power version. Alright, we're done. Yes, we're not done. When you're low on life energy, you can press L plus R to activate both gears at once. The double gear technique. Your speed and power are both boosted once activated. There's no canceling it, and if you finish, your Mega Buster will be weakened. Try it. Oh shoot! What do I do? Bam! You guys all suck. Okay, I got it. Nice. So this is me playing Mega Man 11 demo for the first time, having never seen it. So you can see just random things. Maybe I'll point out some skill differences or whatever. Let's get the secret over here. No secret? What's the rhythm? Is it a timing based thing? It looks like dirt happens right before it falls, so I'm good. Oh! Should have shot you right in that holio. You're not gonna do anything? Fine on me. Rush. Ooh. Secrets? Is Rush free? No. It's just default, which is kind of cool. You don't have to unlock your friend anymore. Oh, yeah, this is cool timing. You have to. The longer he moves away from you, the harder. That's a complex timer. That's very simply presented. Oh! Oh! No! What the? It looks like my jump didn't work for a split second there. I guess you should just use your gears all the time then. Oh no, what is this weird climbing animation? No, I like it. Oh, so a charge shot can knock a helmet out of its defense, and you can do a charge and a leak. Pretty cool. Suasumi. Yeah, you don't pause to get your health back. Marcus pointed that out. No, I tried to time it. Oh, I probably should slow down and time it, right? Oh. Missed. I think a lot of games are afraid to have their level design just be like blocks and stuff like this, which you got it. It's all about function. That's the thing that communicates most strongly to me, at least. Oh shoot! Oh, okay. I almost got out of that one alive. That's not good. I need to pay a little more close attention. Oh no! That didn't work. I'm gonna get out of this one. Oh, No! Should have slowed down time and I jumped. Couldn't hit the button. Wow. This game's a jerk. Wow. Yes. Yeah, they introduce this guy before you have to fight him by a nice long channel. Hey, some games don't do that. I'm just saying. I did the same exact thing in the same exact timing. Oh, cool. Can I jump on his head after? Cool. I like enemies that don't hurt me. Do my own charge shots push me back? It's only on the... Okay. Ah, Mega Man can't climb down ladders as fast as he could before. So much... Oh, the bricks didn't come back. Interesting. He's gonna be the Joker again?
Does Mega Man have his same 3 bullets per screen limit?
I don't know. Is this somewhere I can react to that a little better? Why trap me? Yeah, I used the power gear because I needed power. I'm not sure what this guy does, but I like him. Oh no! I needed him! No, I didn't. Secrets? Pretty good controls and everything. I don't know who made this or why Mighty Numbers couldn't make this. This enemy has it seems like his little Holio is a little too small and kind of like not entirely generous. Oh no. Shoot. Shoot! I thought that would bust through him for sure. That was fun. Missed. No! I'll kill you, you stupid green man. The twist? Oh, wow. That was weird. It didn't inherit any of my momentum at all. So it's not Mega Man X. Whoa! Mega, mega, mega! Wow, that shocked me like a freaking other boss. This. I did the same thing, that's weird. Oh. It's so weird. I should have learned that from my lesson from the other conveyor belt. But I guess I didn't realize with the power shot, he plants his feet and doesn't walk while shooting. Like, really? No. I meant no. Oh, I had other powers I could use? That guy looks like he's N64 Poly almost. Oh, cool. You gotta kill me, huh? Nope. Neat. More power. No matter what power you're in, you can hit the rush button to go back to Mega Man. You can also click the middle stick, the right stick. That's cool. Yep. It's kind of interesting that they want you to monitor and maintain your gear, but they don't have any on-screen indicator that's like where the action is, like around your character. Didn't work. This guy's weak. I need a button that cancels the gears. So it's only when you're in power you fire? Oh, it's just, wow, that little double shot's getting me killed. All the time. Oh, I switched back to the analog stick for no reason. Man, it's so hard to hit that, but I guess they want me to aim. Wow, that was close. Oh, that was a down slide. D-pad. Wow, did not time that correctly. I can't hit these things. This guy takes too many hits. Oh no. Oh my gosh. pretty stingy with their lives. That's good. Good, I'm dead. Did I outrace it? Wow. Will I die again? No. Eat speed. Some good old gameplay. Jumping and timing things.
Yum yum.
And noticing little enemies that do stuff like that. Oh, shoot!
Probably noticed by now, but Mega Man doesn't get that much knockback.
Yeah, not that much.
It's like half the time.
I want to just like pure undo gear, not toggle. But maybe I'll learn. Wow. Man. Oh, you're a jerk. He has less pieces? No, you got the same amount of pieces. That's some classic long resets. These levels are longer than normal, I hear. So you're just kind of in them. That's what I didn't like about Shovel Knight in a lot of ways. Or maybe just one way that I just explained. Like, level being long doesn't... It's hard to maintain focus and play. Get out of my face. I hate you. It's not that powerful. I guess you really have to charge the double shot. Oh, this... Does he do a standing shot that's more powerful, so it takes up more of his... on new formations because I'm slow. That's weird. What's the difference? That's bad. If you do a standing shot, you can't. Let me see if I can do it. You have a slight hitch to when you can start moving in, but if you're walking forward, you have no hitch whatsoever. So I'm like, why is this screwing me up? Like, even if it's gonna have a unique animation, I figured like, oh, I'll just walk out of it. Nope. So that's weird. Why would you do that? What did I die by? Oh yeah, that jerk again. Wow, that one had an E-tank in its roulette. Shoot! Eat it. Having rush is cool. I have to make sure I get closer to the head spots. Did not anticipate that properly. Look at that. Getting enough time ahead of time to get that switch, because the switch cancels your charge, but if it didn't, it'd be like quick switch, but no, you gotta actually what the heck was that? A Gundam? The heck is a Gundam? Questions we all ask. So like, I'm still on the level. This is long. I better get my timing right. I guess you could have used slowdown to help you react to those thingies. So it's so hard playing old, familiar games with new stuff. I just don't do it so often to do the new stuff. That's a nice crispy way to walk into the gaps. Oops. That was neat. Whoa! Full power! So I guess you can hold a full power charge. That does takes a while for that brick to... Oh, come on! So you just lock it into place. Yep, we finished it alright. Not even sure what I was collecting. Oh, you jerk. You ready to finish this? Oh, slightly off screen means no damage. Oh, come on. I could have shot that ahead of time, which would have been cool. How many lives do I have? None. Time to lock it in. That's a cool way to just kind of preserve some of your master shots. Am I faster? No. I don't know why I was moving so fast going on the wrong way of that conveyor. I still don't know how to get around this one. Let's see. Oh! No! That's enough for doing it. I was just going to use rush coils. It's hard remembering the things you have when you don't even earn them. Or don't even know how to use them. That's cool. Good demo. Good demo. Is the stream still going? Because my computer went to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Stream's still going.
Alright, guys. Until next time, peace.
Peace.